Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, my name is Reski Amalia Zainal from class E at Pasca Sarjana State University of Makassar. And now I will explain and show two things. The first thing is about uh, the ASK features or discourse analysis features. So, I will show the conversation that has been recorded by my partner in my group, which is basically about what the speakers felt during the pandemic while undergoing a graduate program at Universitas Muhammadiyah or Muhammadiyah University. So let's move to the first feature. The first one is cohesion. So cohesion means a grammatical relationship between parts of a sentence essential for its interpretation. In short, cohesion refers to connectivity in a text. Cohesion is when the link between sentence, word, and phrases are visible or easily understandable. So, as the example on the screen at turn 47, which is said, mungkin karena ini ya, kenapa sih kuota kan mahal, kebutuhan kita banyak, nggak semua bisa akses internet gitu, makanya itu minimalisirnya mungkin ke situ sih. Jadi katanya yang berwarna merah itu refers to kuota. It means that we can see the clear link between each sentence based on their grammatical or pronouns. Jadi katanya itu refers to quota, artinya ada the link between the sentences are visible. And then in turn 42, which is said, sama sih aku juga pernah kayak gitu yang kemarin, tapi karena dosenku ini sakit, lah dosen lu. And then turn 43, nah karena emang kebijakannya kayak gitu, kalau kata beliau, ini karena memang kita nggak boleh ada pertemuan secara virtual itu loh, yang pakai Zoom gitu. So, it means that beliau refers to the dosen or lecturer. So, it means that there are connection between turn 42 and turn 43. And there is grammatical relationship between turn 42 and turn 43. So the second is about coherence. So coherence is the order of statements relates one another by sense. Coherence refers to how easy it is to understand the writing. So like the example in turn 38, the interviewer ask the speaker like, apa itu si pejar? And then in turn 39, the speaker answer. Itu sistem pembelajaran yang diupload di web yang punya UM untuk pembelajaran mahasiswanya gitu. Nah, di sepejar itu ada kayak tanya jawab yang secara langsung kita gitu, tapi kalau dilihat dari semester kemarin itu kita pakai Google Classroom kan. Nah, di situ kita itu cuma ketemu dosen di pertemuan pertama doang. So, in this example, there is a main idea or the paragraph which is si pejar in the first sentence, and then the second sentence is supporting ideas. So it means that there is the connection between the sentence 1 and then the sentence 2 in turn 39 based on their semantics or their sense. It means that the sentence can be understandable and it is understand to it is easy to understand what the speaker means. Okay, so the third one is intentionality. So what is intentionality? Intentionality means the message has to be conveyed deliberately and consciously. So let's take a look at the example. So in this example from turn 30 until turn 35, the turn taking between the interviewer and the interviewee is intense, and neither one tends to dominate the conversation, and the message conveyed was clear and carried out consciously. Jadi antara pewawancara dan yang diwawancarai itu turn takingnya sama, tidak ada yang saling mendominasi, dan pesan yang disampaikan juga dapat tersampaikan dengan baik dan dapat dimengerti satu sama lain. Next, about acceptability. So, acceptability, it means that the communicative products needs to be satisfactory in that the audience approves it. So, let's take a look to the example. In turn 50, which is said, oh, I see, tapi pertanyaan the last question deh. Bedanya mahasiswa S1 sama S2 yang lu rasain apa? And then in turn 51, ya ketika kita S1 kayaknya apa ya, levelnya udah beda gitu. Jadi gue mikirnya gini, selama S1 gue ya udah kuliah aja gitu loh, dengan effort yang seadanya. Nah, tapi ketika kita di level S2, walaupun prinsip kita ya udahlah kita kuliah aja dengan effort yang seadanya, itu tetap beda. Karena memang di S2 ini kita kan dituntut banyak, terus juga semua dosen itu expect-nya ke kita banyak banget gitu loh. Jadi ya paling nggak kalau udah masuk di S2, kita harus bertanggung jawab untuk bisa survive, and untuk bisa in itu lain-lain, misalnya kayak analisis jurnal, lain-lain untuk publish, lain-lain, itu kan sesuatu yang nggak bisa kita dapat di S1 kan. So based on the example, the answer from the speaker in turn 51 is very detailed and in accordance with what was asked by the interviewer, so that the communicative product in the conversation is satisfying. So, next, informativeness. It means some new information has to be included in the discourse. So, the main point here is new information. So, let's take a look to the example. In turn 35, nah, di si pejar itu ada kayak tanya jawab yang secara langsung gitu. Tapi kalau dilihat dari semester kemarin itu kita pakai Google Classroom. Nah, di situ kita cuma ketemu dosen di pertemuan pertama. And then the interviewer asked the speaker in turn 36, wait, apa tadi sebelumnya? Si pejar apa? Turn 37, itu sistem pembelajaran yang diupload, webnya punya UM untuk pembelajaran mahasiswanya gitu. And then in turn 38, oh I see, kalau di UNM itu kayaknya Syam oke. Berarti itu yang mengelola UM gitu ya. So, in the conversation, there was new information revealed by the speaker about si pejar. Jadi di sini ada banyak informasi baru mengenai sistem pembelajaran antara di UM dan juga di UNM, which is si pejar and Syam oke. And then the sixth feature is situationality. So, situationality is the circumstances in which the remark is made are important. So, di sini, di situationality ada beberapa penekanan situasi di mana ada beberapa percakapan yang dianggap penting. For example, in turn 45, makanya itu beberapa dosen itu dibatasin itu ada cuma ada yang cuma 3, ada yang cuma 2. Setelah itu full, nggak ada pertemuan lagi. And then turn 46, the interviewer ask the speaker, loh kok aneh ya Rus, maksudnya lu nggak offline nih, kita nggak offline, lah kok juga online-nya dibatasin? And then in turn 47, the speaker answer, the important point is, mungkin karena ini ya, kuota kan mahal, kebutuhan kita banyak, nggak semuanya bisa akses internet gitu, makanya itu minimalisirnya mungkin ke situ sih. And then turn 48, the interviewer directly understand what the speaker said. And then she said, oh, jadi alasannya kuota ya. So the important points here is in turn 47 and in turn 46. Okay, so the second thing that I will explain is about Greece maxim of implicature. So as the lecturer said, Sir Sam Tidar, there are four maxims of Greece. The first one is quantity, the second one is quality, the third is relation, and the last is manner. So let's move to the first maxim. Okay, and then the first maxim is quantity. So quantity means make your contribution as informative than is required. So let's take a look to the example. In turn 38, the interviewer asked the speaker, "What is CPR?" And in turn 39, the speaker answer, "Itu sistem pembelajaran yang diupload webnya punya UM untuk pembelajaran mahasiswanya." So based on the example, the statement from the speaker is short, concise, and clear in accordance with what is being asked. Jadi jawaban dari speaker itu singkat, padat, dan jelas sesuai dengan apa yang ditanyakan oleh interviewer. So the second maxim is quality. So let's take a look to the example in turn 50 and in turn 51. So the speaker asked about what is the difference between undergraduate and graduate students. Apa bedanya mahasiswa S1 sama S2? And then in turn 51, itu speaker menjawab dengan sangat detail. So the information provided from the speaker is more detailed than what the interviewer asked. Jadi speaker betul-betul mendeskripsikan apa yang dia rasakan selama pandemi dan juga apa yang dia rasakan selama dia berkuliah, dia menjalani kuliah di S2 dibandingkan dengan S1 dengan panjang lebar. Okay, so the third maxim is relation. So let's take a look to the example. In turn 46, the interviewer said, "Loh, kok aneh ya, Rus? Maksudnya, lu nggak offline nih, kita nggak offline lah. Kok juga online-nya dibatasin?" And then in turn 47, the speaker answer the question from the interviewer. "Mungkin karena ini ya, karena apa sih? Kuota kan mahal, kebutuhan kita banyak, nggak semuanya bisa akses internet gitu. Makanya itu minimalisirnya mungkin ke situ sih." So it means that the utterance between turn 46 and turn 47 is relevant because what was asked and what was answered match perfectly. So the last one is manner, and this is example of manner in turn 56 until 61. I see. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Okay, sama-sama. Next time we discuss about another things ya. Okay, siap-siap. Thank you. You are welcome. So, in the manner, it is about the politeness in the conversation. Be perspicacious, avoid ambiguity, and be brief. So the manner here is in turn 56 and 67, and then in turn 60 and 61.